everyone, welcome back. This is Talk It with Sammy, and I'm so glad to have you guys with me on another episode. Today, before moving into the topic, I want to say this. So I got into a friend of mine indulged me in a conversation where we talked on um my last video, blood and race, and then he informed me of some vital information that I have, or yeah, that I may have rather I may have missed, and made a conclusion that I was racially discriminated, you know and he was like, I quote, there are uh, levels of blood tests that are being carried out before any blood transfusion is being done. And in a situation of charity blood donation, those tests are not being they're not being carried out, and so um, they tend to be uh, selective in the kind of blood they they collect. Yeah. So, like, in my situation, because he also told me that this happened to him also. So in our situation, we're from like different parts of the world, and although we're still in Africa, we're both, yeah, we're all in Africa, but different parts of Africa. And from my place, West Africa, we battle with malaria, battle with typhoid, and some uh, blood-related diseases. And in Morocco, they also have theirs, and you know, which at every level, at every stage of their lives, they do some sort of vaccination for these diseases, and they try as much as possible. So they trust their own blood. You know, they trust their own blood more than they would trust the blood of any other person. Maybe someone from West Africa, maybe someone from South Africa or East Africa. You know, they may uh, uh, they may refuse the blood of others due to this. You know, and so he was like, that is the reason why she probably denied me of giving my blood out that day. And so I was like, oh, this, uh, you know, I wasn't made to understand the situation just as he did, you know, and that's why I decided to talk on communication and the effect of a wrong approach in communicating. Yeah, that's going to be our topic today: communication and the effect of a wrong approach in communicating. Because oftentimes we say something, we mean good, but the manner of approach we use is kind of putting out the wrong the wrong impression out there of the kind of message we are passing across. You know, so we need to be like really, really, and extremely careful when communicating, especially in when dealing with matters that has to do with race, that has to do with most of the known issues we have in the world today. Gender issues, that has to do with mention them, every one of it, like when trying to communicate, like you know during that during the blood donation, I thought I was being racially discriminated, you know because of the way I was being told that I wasn't allowed to like donate blood, a facial expression. And my friend actually stated that doctors, go through lots of stress, that they are being taught that because he is a medical student. He said they are being taught that in school, and but they still try to tell them that no matter what, they should, no matter, they should try to, always, keep it cool. And that day she was just, the lady was just, her facial expression there was like, it wasn't giving me that, that impression, uh, of of someone who is just trying to be, careful, trying to be friendly, or whatever. The way she just laid it out for me, and all to the girls, and she was like so strict, and all that. And that was why, I thought I was being racially discriminated. But now I know, now I understand what the case is. So, communication and the effect of a wrong approach in communicating. Communication is a fundamental aspect of human interaction and plays a crucial role in the exchange of information and ideas between individuals or groups. See? However, it is important to note that the way in which communication is carried out can greatly affect its success or failure. A wrong approach to communication can lead to misunderstanding, confusion, and negative consequences. Like in my own case now, I thought I was being racially discriminated because the message wasn't well passed across. Like, she didn't, put it in a way that I understand. Okay, this is a medical precaution. No, just bluntly, me, les Africains, en français c'est les Africains ne faut pas. Well, my French is so bad actually. So she was like, the Africans cannot, like I said, we blacks will be here, we've been called Africans, although we're all Africans, but we've been addressed as Africans. So, when I say Africans, just know that, okay, I'm talking about the blacks. Even those from like the Caribbean, those are like actually from America, they're also called Africans because of what? Skin color, black, which is very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. And that's kind of racist. But shall we say? Shall we do? Okay. So, the message wasn't well passed across, to me, and just gave the wrong impression. And thank God for this, my friend, actually. So, on pass, move. One common mistake in communication is failing to listen effectively. If a person is not actively listening to the speaker, they may miss important information or misunderstand the message being conveyed. Okay, now on my part, I didn't really understand French. Okay, so I may have, or she may have said something, you know, to make me better understand, and I may have missed that due to the fact that I don't really understand French. And when I called those girls to, like, come, you know help me out in that situation, to translate, uh, probably she just went direct, and she just laid it directly to them, and they just laid it directly to me, and I just took it all wrong. Okay, that may have been the case. So, this can lead to confusion, like I said, frustration, and a breakdown in communication. Additionally, people may interrupt the speaker or fail to give them their full attention, leading to a lack of respect for the speaker and a reduction in the quality of communication. So we should be very, very careful. Like, we should be very, very slow to speak, and quick to listen, because I think the smart ones listen more than they speak. Yeah. So if you feel you're smart, if you think you're smart, right? What qualifies you as a smart person? One of the things that qualifies you as a smart person is the ability to listen more than speak. Yeah. So, Another common mistake in communication is using a one size fits all approach. One size fits all approach. So, what is this one size fits all approach? This occurs when a person assumes that their message will be understood by everyone in the same way. Probably that's what she was thinking. Probably every other I don't know. I really don't know. But maybe she must have spoken to others like that. You know, and didn't see any harm in what she just did. And when it got to me, I know it was like I took it differently. Well, of course, I didn't cause any drama there. No, I'm not that kind of person. And so something you say to someone, and or a group of people, or a certain group of people, you know and shouldn't be like, you know say it in the same way to another group of people, especially uh when they have like when they have of a different background, where a different race, or you know a different, you know or like, we shouldn't use one one act in different scenarios. Okay, so sometimes when conveying messages or when communicating, we should try as much as possible to fit in our communications, our conversations, our messages, into these backgrounds, into these scenarios, you know which way is best suited for this particular uh scenario. Like I said, this occurs when a person assumes that their message will be understood by everyone in the same way, regardless of their background, culture, or personal experience. This can lead to misunderstanding and can cause offense to those who receive the message. In such cases, it is important to tailor communication to the individual or group being addressed, taking into account their unique needs and perspective. The tone and language used in communication can also greatly affect its success. If a person is using a harsh or negative tone, this can make the speaker feel attacked or belittled, leading to defensiveness and breakdown in communication. On the other hand, using a friendly and respectful tone can help to establish a positive and productive atmosphere, fostering effective communication. Finally, lack of clarity in communication can also lead to misunderstanding and negative consequences. This can occur when a person uses ambiguous language or fails to provide enough detail in their message. What do you mean by ambiguous language? Language that no one like not everyone can understand. You know, some people come on TV, on live TV, and I was watching an interview of a national TV in my country about this, because we're in our election period, and one of the spokesperson of one of the political parties was like, he was on, and he was like, the prorata of the ambiglata of the this, of the that, of the this, of the that, and it was so funny. I was like, what the hell is this man saying? He was just putting out big grammars there that I didn't even understand. Okay, so it is important to speak clearly. Use the language that people can understand. Languages that people can relate to. And also to put this out to like the professors out there. People who teach. When teaching, when trying to inform your students on a particular subject or topic, or when you're trying to teach something, you should come down to their level. Should come down to their level. Communicate in the grammar that they will like understand, that can that's at their level. Don't speak too big. So if you're one of these persons who use ambiguous languages, and people who fail to provide enough details in their message, you know you should try as much as possible to be clear and concise in communication. When communicating, you should try as much as possible to be clear and concise, ensuring that the message is being conveyed the message being conveyed is easily understood. You know, ensure that the message is being conveyed in a manner that everyone would will grasp every little bit of information you're putting out there. Okay, so in conclusion, communication is a vital aspect of human interaction, but a wrong approach, I reiterate, a wrong approach can lead to misunderstanding, confusion, and negative consequences. It is important to listen effectively, tailor communication to the individual or group being addressed. When you're talking to a certain group, you know, tailor the communication, like make sure that okay, this I'm addressing this kind of group, understand who they are, where they are from, their background, and communicate in the manner that they will understand, in a manner that they won't pick out something negative off of it, that they won't misread the situation. Okay, and use a positive tone and language, and be clear and concise in communication. By avoiding these common mistakes, individuals can improve the quality of their communication and achieve more positive outcomes. Thank you. This is Talk It with Sarhmee, and I'm going to see you next time. Please don't forget to like, uh, check out my social media platforms. You know, when checking out, try as much as possible to follow me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. You can also Snapchat me, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once again, this is Talk It with Sarhmee, and salute.